Hi, it's Michael here again, just checking in. I wanted to sneak in another video very quickly. Obviously I'm at work and I'm feeling a bit flat today because as happens a couple of times a week, my day started really early. So this morning it was a good start. I started at 3:30 a.m. because I had a conference call, or a call with Mark Hayes from SFM DEA this morning, and talking about positioning in DEA and what my plans were for the future. But Tuesdays and Thursdays are generally, and it's a Thursday, they're generally very big days for me. So I had that call with Mark, I did a bit of training, listened to some of the mastermind stuff, and then I came into my studio here, and I was here just after 6:15 a.m. and I had a couple of classes going. A guy who comes in the morning and he opens up for me on a Thursday, and I did some training myself. I did one of the classes, I did one of the sessions that I need to do today, and then it's been a day of frustration because the internet connection's down, and I've had all sorts of problems, and technicians coming out from Telstra, who's my service provider, and just before they come out, everything seems to be fine, so the appointment's cancelled, and then a few days later the connection goes down again, and it's been driving me around the twist. So that's been a source of frustration today. And I've got a bike fit coming in shortly, so which is something I really enjoy doing. Because there's a bit of a relationship that goes on. I share a bit about myself, the rider shares a bit about themselves, and we look for an outcome. Hopefully the rider leaves feeling as though they've got something really beneficial out of the session. And then later this afternoon I've got another client coming in. I did some work with him about a week, 10 days ago, and I gave him a test saddle, and he's going to come and buy a new saddle. And then I've got another class running at 5:30 this afternoon, which means I'll get out of here, if I'm lucky, just after 7 p.m. So my day started at 3:30 a.m. and I'll be finishing at 7 p.m. or leaving here at 7 p.m. Then I've got to get home, which isn't that far away, 20 minutes away, and then have something to eat, speak with my partner who's working away herself, so we won't see each other this week until Saturday, and then go to bed. And tomorrow I'm actually going to devote the whole day to my SFM education. So it's times like these and it hasn't taken longer because I'm very new to this SFM thing, but it's times like these that really solidifies in my mind my desire to move my business. And I spoke with Mark about this morning. I've had Custom Bike Fit. I started it 3 years ago, and I started it from home, and I've been in these premises now for 2 years, and I'm going to sell the business. Because I started off with Custom Bike Fit because I was the guy who was passionate about bikes, about riding his bike, about training, about competing in triathlons, and I wanted to surround myself with those kind of people. But now I'm a slave to the business. You know, this is another 15-hour day. I'll make around $1,000 today. It's not an awful lot of money for the energy that I put in, and I would be much happier making an elite sale overnight and being able to train and spend the day with my partner. Or, you know, obviously $1,000 isn't my goal. My goal is a lot heftier than that, a lot loftier than that. But I just cannot see, even though I'm very proud of what I've done here, and I think this will be a fantastic business for somebody else, it's just not right for me anymore, and it's time to move on. And I'm really glad that I've found SFM. I wish I'd found it a few years ago, in fact. But, you know, starting Custom Bike Fit and getting to where I am today has been a learning process. I've learned a lot about myself. I've gained a lot of confidence. Hopefully it's going to return some money to me when I sell the business on, and I'm going to reinvest that money again in me. I started this business for me, and my journey in SFM will be for me and for my partner. and for whoever else I can help. But I want to buy back or regain some of that time that I had when I walked away from my corporate job 5 years ago. And I remember taking those 7 months off, and I put 2 bikes on the roof of my car and I drove around Australia, and all I was doing was riding and running and swimming and meeting new people and going to new places and racing, and it was fantastic. I loved it, absolutely loved it, and I want to go back there. But obviously I want the income coming in as well. I know it's going to take some hard work, and I've got a very steep learning curve ahead of me. But hey, I'm committed, I'm in. So I just wanted to post this very quickly before my Bike Fit client walks through the door, and I will check in with you again tomorrow. Thank you.